Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So before I start the session, okay, so let me once again introduce myself, because yesterday the session was not happened due to some technical issues. Okay, so I think some new joinees might be there in this session. For them, just to let me introduce myself. So I am the trainer for Azure Devops. Okay, my name is Shiva Kumar. Okay, I have around 19 years of experience. Okay, so I started my career as Oracle DBA. That is in the month of June 2003. Later, I shifted to other technologies. But for the past 8 years, I have been on DevOps, Azure Devops, and 2 clouds, AWS and Azure clouds. This is my brief introduction. Okay. So when it comes to course particulars, the duration of this course is 8 weeks. Okay. So we are providing Docker and Kubernetes at free of cost. Docker and Kubernetes at free of cost. Soon we are going to start Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, that is morning 7 a.m. IST. This is Monday to Friday batch. The duration of Docker and Kubernetes 4 weeks. And when it comes to Azure Devops, okay, this is 4 weeks. Totally 4 plus 4, 8 weeks. So you can complete this course within 4 weeks if you attend parallelly. Okay, so morning 7 a.m. IST, that is Docker and Kubernetes, and Azure Devops, that is in the evening at 5 p.m. That means we are providing 2 courses at one course fees cost. This is a beautiful offer. So if you want to utilize, you can use this offer. And when it comes to prerequisites, do we need any prerequisite to learn this course? Okay, so no coding is required, because even non-IT people can also join in this course. Okay, no coding is required, and it is better to have Windows basic knowledge. Windows basics. Okay, I think everyone might be knowing Windows nowadays. It is not that much difficulty. No coding is required. Okay. Today we are going to speak about everything, like what exactly DevOps and what is Azure Devops. What is the difference between DevOps and Azure Devops? Okay. So most of the people get confused that what is DevOps and what is Azure Devops? What is the difference between these two? Okay, we will also discuss that concept. Okay, and after that we are going to see what are the benefits of Azure Devops. Okay, what are the benefits of Azure Devops and what are the job opportunities? Okay, how the pays for Azure Devops requirements. Okay, so we are going to discuss everything today. And every session is recorded session. And how to create Azure DevOps account, tomorrow we are going to see. First, today we are going to see what is exactly DevOps. Okay, so first I am going to start what is exactly DevOps. Then I will move to Azure DevOps. So DevOps means actually it is not a single tool like C, C++, Java, .NET. So it is a collection of multiple tools. Okay, so DevOps is a set of principles. So according to DevOps principles, the person who is working as a DevOps engineer, okay, has to fulfill these goals. DevOps engineer goals or responsibilities. So the primary responsibility of a DevOps engineer is to reduce the time to release a software. This is the primary goal of a DevOps engineer. And the second goal of a DevOps engineer is to provide infrastructure. To provide infrastructure to other team members. And this we can achieve with Docker and Kubernetes. And this we can achieve with Azure Devops. This we can achieve with Azure Devops. Okay. Well, first let me speak about DevOps. How a DevOps engineer is going to reduce the time to release a software. Okay. And what are the tools? How Docker and Kubernetes is going to work. Okay, to provide infrastructure. So this is purely optional. The first one is mandatory. Okay, for every DevOps engineer. Okay, this is mandatory. Azure DevOps is also called as application DevOps. Application DevOps. And this second concept, providing infrastructure. Generally, this is referred to as infra DevOps. Infra DevOps. Now, when a new project comes to your organization, okay, imagine a e-commerce application, okay, a library management, a reservation, whatever project it may be. Whenever a new project comes, what happens here in the first stage? Okay, developer will come into picture. Developer will come into picture. He is going to write the code. Okay, he is going to write the code first. He is going to write the code first. Developer writes the code first. Okay, before this, many other things also occurred, but I don't want to discuss all those things. Okay, so technically, as we are technical persons, so first developer starts writing the code. So once the code is completed, where exactly is going to submit the code? Just imagine this is my developer system. It can be or PCR mobile, PCR labby, whatever it may be. This is my developer PC labby. So once he has completed code completion, at the end of the day, he is going to submit code into an area called version control system. Or we can also call it as source code management, or we can also call it as code repository. Okay. So here, what are the popular version control system softwares here? We have something like Git, Maven, Bitbucket. Okay. When it comes to Azure, we have Azure Code Repository. Okay, these are the popular version control systems. The responsibility of version control system is to manage the code that is submitted by various developers. It has to remember who submitted the code, what submitted, when he has submitted. It has to maintain versions also. Versions that are submitted by every developer. Okay, so it will have that much of capacity. So in Git or Bitbucket Azure Code Repository, code is available in raw format. So this can be any code. Okay, this can be something like Java code, this can be .NET code, whatever it may be, code will be available in raw format. So we cannot give this raw code to my client, right? Exactly. This raw code must be converted into some packaging format. Into some packaging format. For that, here we have a environment. So here different tools like Maven, okay, or MS Build for .NET projects, Maven for Java projects, and Make for C++ projects, and BIP for Python projects. Okay, immediately once the code is submitted to version control system, okay, this is promoted to build environment. So once the code is submitted to build environment, the Maven or MS Build or Make or PIP people, okay, are going to create a package. Okay, so the outcome, the result of this build environment is something like it can, we can also say package or artifact, or we can also say complete application. So we cannot use this package or artifact or application directly, right? Okay, for that reason, what happens here again, before we are going to use this project, before we are going to use it, okay, so we are going to submit this code. Okay, so we are going to submit this code into test environment. This must be tested. Okay, something like our test environment, test, or can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Yes, we can, but there is something lagging.
Is it okay? Can you please mute, because some background noise is coming. Okay, so if you can mute, that will be helpful for everyone. So here, now is it okay?
Yes, it's fine now.
Yes, please continue.
Is my voice clear now, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so let me start from beginning. So whenever code is submitted by developer, what happens here? So here, since we cannot use raw code directly, okay, the code will be promoted into some build environment. So from there, okay, so we can use these build tools like Maven, MS Build, Make, Pip. Okay, these are the build tools for various languages. The outcome of the build environment is package or artifact or application. Okay, so we can say anything. So these are the synonyms. Okay, since we cannot use raw code directly, the code that is available in version control system will be submitted, will be promoted to build environment. The outcome, the result of this build environment is okay, package. Generally, if you speak about Java projects, generally the artifacts or package will be in the format of jar files or var files. Okay, or so if it is .NET application, generally the artifacts will be in the form of DLL files. If it is C, C++, .exe, okay, these are the outcomes of build environment. So since we cannot use this artifact directly, this must be tested. Okay, so to test this artifact, again the code is promoted to next level. Okay, just for the sake of simplicity, I am giving some servers here. Okay, this is a complex environment actually. Here in this area, the code will be tested perfectly. The testers will conduct various testings like load balancing testing, performance test, okay, regression testing. So for doing all these operations, they are going to use Selenium tools like that, some automation tools. Now, once everything is okay, again, the code will be promoted to next level, that is nothing but UAT. This is nothing but user acceptance testing, UAT, or we can also say pre-prod. Okay, here actual clients, business clients will test your software product. Okay, once everything is okay, finally, what happens here? The code is promoted to next level, final level, that is nothing but production. Okay, so finally the code is promoted to live or production environment. So these are the various phases, various steps that are involved in software development, from version control system to releasing a software. So once upon a time, completely this was manual process. Completely this process was manual. Okay, so using DevOps tools like Jenkins or Azure Devops, okay, so we can automate every step. Okay, so that means whenever code is submitted to version control system, okay, so that will be promoted to build environment. From there, the code is promoted to test environment. From there, the code is submitted to UAT. From there, the code is submitted to production. So here, when we speak about Azure DevOps, so using Azure DevOps, so we can create two types of pipelines. One is CI, which is nothing but which is equivalent to build pipeline, and CD, which is nothing but continuous, okay, delivery or deployment. Here, what is the difference between continuous delivery and continuous deployment? Now see, so when we speak about continuous integration, whenever the code is submitted to version control system, what happens here? Automatically code is taken from there. The code will be promoted to this build environment. Automatically artifact is created. So automation of these first two steps, this is called as continuous integration. continuous integration is a generic term. Okay. Specifically in Azure Devops, we are going to call it as a build pipeline. So using build pipeline, we are going to create jar files or var files or DLL files or exe files. Okay. Now, when it comes to continuous deployment or continuous delivery, so automation of first 4 boxes means if you are able to automate everything starting from version control system to UAT, okay, this is nothing but continuous delivery. Continuous delivery. That means in continuous delivery, what happens here? Whenever a code is submitted to version control system, we create DLL files or var files or jar files. Immediately, the code is tested. Immediately, what happens? We are going to deploy the code into UAT environment, user acceptance testing. So this process is called as continuous delivery. And what is meant by continuous deployment? So if you are able to automate every activity from version control system to production, okay, this is nothing but continuous deployment. So these are the generic terms actually. Continuous deployment. So with respect to Azure Devops, so these are called as continuous integration is called as build pipeline. That means using build pipeline, we are going to create artifacts, package or application. And using this release pipeline is nothing but CD here. Okay. Wait. Docker Kubernetes I will explain. Okay, this is nothing but release pipeline. And to create a release pipeline, okay, so we can use any tools like Docker and Kubernetes and other tools like Terraform, Ansible. Okay, we can use other tools also. Okay, so but as a part of our course, we are going to learn Docker and Kubernetes for continuous deployments. Okay, now when it comes to build and release pipeline, these are the 2 different pipelines that we can implement as a application DevOps engineer. So this is one responsibility of a DevOps engineer. Now see, when it comes to environments, so we have spoken about environment, right? Build environment, testing environment, pre-prod, production environment. For every environment, actually what is meant by environment? So your environment is nothing but servers plus software installation. And for example, I want to create build environment. So to create build environment, I will create a server with Linux operating system and with JDK and Maven installed. Okay, so within that we are going to create jar files or var files. Okay, if it is .NET application, we are going to create Windows or Linux machine and we are going to install MS Build. Okay, so with MS Build we can get DLL files. That means every time when we speak about environment is a combination of infrastructure. Okay, so infrastructure is nothing but virtual servers, okay, memory, storage, networking. Okay, so that kind of infrastructure you can create it within the environment. That means to create environment, I need servers with software installation. Okay, now to build infrastructure, okay, so we are going to use other tools like Ansible, Terraform, but here we can use Docker and Kubernetes also. Okay, where exactly Docker and Kubernetes will be used? Okay, we are going to discuss later. So this is with respect to application DevOps. That means in the application DevOps, code is given to us. Okay. So as a Azure DevOps engineer, you have to build the code and you have to test the code. Finally, you have to deploy the code into production environment. That is your major responsibility. And here infra DevOps means what? Infra DevOps includes providing infrastructure to various environments. Okay. But in Azure DevOps, just we are going to perform only application DevOps. That means application is, that means in order to build application, we are going to create build and release pipelines. So in the build and release pipelines, what we are going to do? We are going to take code that is submitted by various developers and we are going to build the code and we are going to deploy code into various environments like testing environment, UAT, production environment. But if you are a infra DevOps engineer, okay, you will also create environments. Here, one environment is required for me to test my artifact, to build artifact, okay, to deploy artifact into various environments. Here, with Azure DevOps, that means a Azure DevOps engineer always will be responsible for building, okay, artifacts only. Okay, yeah, this is said to be application DevOps. Now, when it comes to infra DevOps, okay, apart from creating application build and release pipelines, you will also create environments. You will also create infrastructure. Okay, so as a DevOps engineer, sorry, as a Azure DevOps engineer, just we are going to create only, okay, build pipeline and release pipelines. We don't create any environments. Okay, so when we speak about generic DevOps, like with other tools like Ansible, Terraform, and Docker, okay, so some other tools are there. By using those tools, we are going to create infrastructure. Now, what is the greatness? What exactly Azure DevOps? Okay, this is about DevOps. Yeah, till this point, do you have any questions? As a DevOps engineer, okay, so we are going to provide
Kubernates that Kubernates Dockers CI/CD pipeline and normal DevOps CI/CD pipeline that talking about the same different.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Hello.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
So as a DevOps engineer, our major responsibility is to create CI/CD pipelines with respect to Azure DevOps engineer. Azure DevOps, okay, we are going to create build and release pipelines. Using build pipeline, we create artifacts. Using release pipelines, we are going to deploy, okay, the artifact created by build environment into various environments. Build pipeline, okay. Now, when it comes to Azure DevOps, okay, let me open a few slides. So this flow already we have discussed. When it comes to next area, that is Azure DevOps. Generally, when we speak about any DevOps course, it can be Azure DevOps or it can be generic DevOps. So every DevOps generally will have, okay, one CI/CD engine and project management system. Okay, in case of generic DevOps, generally to explain project plan, we are going to use Jira. Okay, but in Azure DevOps, all components will be available under one umbrella. Okay, so always think that Azure DevOps is a combination of 5 components: Azure boards, Azure pipelines, and Azure repos, Azure artifacts, and Azure test plans. So what exactly Azure Devops is? Azure boards generally it is for building project plan. Generally it is used by project managers. So here we are going to build up something like project plan. We are going to estimate the manpower and we are going to estimate the time required to finish the project. Okay, so we are going to draw complete project plans in Azure boards, and especially this Azure boards is used by project managers. And when it comes to Azure pipelines, I told you, okay, to create a CI/CD means build and release pipelines, we are going to use these Azure pipelines. And I told you Azure repos is nothing but Git. Okay, it is for storing source code that is submitted by developers. Source code that is submitted by Azure developers will be there in Azure repos. And when it comes to Azure artifacts, okay, so we can use some library files like reusable components. Okay, so reusable components can be created and can be used from these Azure artifacts. Okay, one of the developer has developed one DLL file, library file. Okay, so they are going to keep that artifact into Azure artifacts component, and so whatever DLL file that is created by one developer can be shared by other developers. It's just like in C++ programming, we are going to call it as functions, right? Functions are having reusability feature. In a similar way, okay, when it comes to Azure .NET or ASP.NET, we are going to have something like DLL files. And when it comes to Azure test plans, okay, so here actual test cases will be there. So like I explained, performance test load.
Your voice is not audible at all. Hello.
This is not audible.
Hello.
Yeah, voice is not audible. No.
Now is it clear? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I can hear.
We can hear you, but a long time back means your voice was not audible.
Just bear for this day. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to change the room. Okay, so that you are able to hear everything. Just bear for one day. Okay.
Oh.
Tomorrow we are going to change the room. And whatever things I explained in the diagram, like code repository, testing environment, okay, and UAT, production. So all these components can be seen in this diagram. So here Visual Studio is a place where exactly developers will write the code. It's just like IDE, and from there they are going to submit code into Azure repos. This is just like Git version control system. And from there, the code will be applied to this test plans. Okay, so Azure test plans is going to test whatever code is submitted by developers, and they are also going to test actual package. From there, okay, the code will come to Azure Pipelines. Here we can create two types of pipelines. One is build pipeline and release pipeline. Okay, I told you, right, in the build pipeline, okay, we are going to create artifacts. And in the release pipeline, whatever application that is derived from build pipeline will be deployed into various environments. Okay, now when it comes to Azure Web Apps, okay, this is just like your deploy. This is your target environment. So where exactly code is deployed from, okay, Azure Pipelines. So rather than creating physical servers and maintaining physical servers, okay, in Azure Devops we have an option of Azure Web Apps. There we are going to deploy the code, and from there, okay, so the application monitoring is going to be done. Azure Application Insights, and here Azure Boards means project managers will come into picture. They are going to, okay, create a test project estimation. Now, these are the best features of Azure Pipelines. So till 2018, okay, so there was no Azure Devops. There was no Azure Devops. Okay, so there was another software called VSTS. Okay, that is the earlier name of Azure Devops. From 2018 onwards, Azure Devops was introduced. So when Azure Devops was introduced, okay, it has started supporting all the languages like C, C++, .NET only. Okay, before 2018, when VSTS was used for creating CI/CD pipelines, okay, it was supporting only .NET applications. And after 2018, or from 2018, when Azure Devops is introduced, it has started supporting all the languages like C, C++, Ruby, .NET, Java applications, Python, Node.js. Okay. So here extensible. Okay, according to traffic management, it can be extended. And containers and Kubernetes we are going to discuss later, because in this stage I cannot explain because this is too early to explain this containers and Kubernetes. Again, yes, once again, these are the components of Azure Devops, Azure Boards, Azure Repos, Azure Pipelines, Azure Test Plans, Azure Artifacts. And when it comes to Azure Devops, what are the best features? Why people have started using Azure Devops? Because what are the benefits? So when it comes to benefits of Azure Devops, so Azure Devops is available as a service. Azure Devops is available, okay, as a service. Azure Devops is available as a service. Means directly you can log in into Azure Devops portal, and directly you can create build and release pipelines. Okay, you need not to install any Azure Devops software in your systems. Okay, in your systems, no need of installing any Azure Devops. Okay, so this is available as a service. And Azure Devops is also available in two flavors. What are the two flavors? One is on-premise version, and other one is it is also available as a service. Then what is the difference between on-premise version and the service version of Azure Cloud? So in case of on-premise, you have to install Azure Devops in your office systems. You have to manage everything. Okay. So managing everything means, so whenever the traffic is going on, the code is increasing, we have to increase hardware components, like we have to increase RAM capacity, storage, okay, processor capacity, we have to purchase license, we have to renewal the license. Okay, so these are the headaches involved in on-premise version. But some companies like banking sectors will not believe any cloud tools. Okay, because of that reason, they will not keep their code in the cloud platform. They will have Azure Devops in their own environments because code is very sensitive for them. Okay, because of that reason, they will not keep their code in Azure Devops cloud. Okay, they will have Azure Devops, okay, in their office environment. Okay, so this is a first reason why Azure Devops has become much popular. And when it compares to other jobs positions like generic DevOps and many other tools, okay, so most of the jobs are now available for Azure DevOps engineers. Even you put up 3 years of experience, okay, you can expect 10 to 12 lakhs of salary. Even in USA, Australia, Canada also, okay, this is having very demand. Okay, it is very valuable. And when it comes to pricing, so Azure DevOps is given by Microsoft, right? Microsoft is going to give huge discounts, okay, to its customer.
We again lost you, sir. So when it comes to cloud native, okay, you no need to install any software in your office environment. Okay, directly, so you can avail cloud Azure cloud as a service. Okay, so even though you are not having any Azure account, directly you can use this Azure DevOps. You can create Azure DevOps for 3 months without paying any amount for Microsoft team. Okay, so these are the benefits and advantages when it comes to Azure DevOps. Now you can ask your questions. Okay, so I can answer your questions. Will project will be shared by you? Any project?
No. Actually, so we are going to create a live project in this one, Visual Studio Editor. Visual Studio. I told you, right? In these slides, you are having something like here, this slide. We are going to create something like Visual Studio. In Visual Studio, okay, we are going to create a live project. Okay, so that live project I am going to use for every pipeline, build pipeline and release pipeline. So project means actually no admins will have project because the code can be even 1 line or 2 lines, 100 lines, 1 lakh lines. Your nature of work will be same. Project will be there for developers. Okay, actually project is not given to any admins. So being a DevOps engineer, okay, so there is no project we have to work for assignments. Okay, so you are not going to work for any projects till ending. Okay, your responsibility as a DevOps engineer is to create CI/CD pipelines, application DevOps, and you have to provide infrastructure. That is your major responsibility. Okay, project completion is not your responsibility actually.
Okay. So in this whole picture, where will Docker and Kubernetes will be introduced?
Docker and Kubernetes tomorrow I will explain because already only 5 minutes time is there. Okay, tomorrow we are going to speak about Docker and Kubernetes. Where exactly we can use Docker and Kubernetes, there we are going to see tomorrow. Okay, is it okay?
Morning. Now.
Shiva, for this course, do we need to learn any Azure fundamentals, or will you be covering those?
No,
also in this
no
course?
Azure fundamentals is required. Okay,
Okay.
directly you can join this course.
Okay.
Azure fundamentals are not required.
Can you say, can you see that end to end how it is working?
Which one? This diagram.
Yeah. No, on live basis, can we see that not today, you can take tomorrow or day to tomorrow. So can you see that whole life cycle that is working?
Whole life cycle means you have to learn all the things, right? Without doing all the things, without having any knowledge directly, how can I share?
No, I'm
Because
asking
day to day, first we are going to learn Git. Okay, then we are going to learn Visual Studio activities. Then we are going to come to Azure repos. Then we are going to come to build pipeline. Next release pipeline. Okay, from release pipelines we are going to deploy the code into various environments. Okay, within single class, how can I show? Because when I show, you cannot understand anything.
correct.
It's too early.
Okay. We'll see further.
No. Yeah. So tomorrow, session is how Docker and Kubernetes works, where exactly we are going to use Docker and Kubernetes. And also I will show how to create Azure account. Okay, do we need Azure account to practice Azure Devops? No. Okay, Azure account is not required. Okay, even though it is better to have Azure account because in Azure Devops, we need virtual servers, right? Okay, so virtual servers can be taken from Azure cloud. Okay, it is not necessary. You can take servers from any cloud, but okay, we are going to create a secure connection between Azure Devops and Azure cloud platform. Okay, how to create a secure connection also we are going to discuss. Okay, in the forthcoming classes. Now to create release pipeline, I need servers, right? Okay, so for that sake, you need to have Azure account. So up to build pipeline, you don't require any servers, any Azure account. Even though you can create Azure account at free of cost, okay, which is valid for 1 year. And in the first month, we are going to get $200 into your account that you can use for creating virtual servers and networking, so many things. Okay, in the first 1 month, you can use unlimited services because $200 will be credited in your account. Okay, how to create Azure account tomorrow I will show, and how to start Azure DevOps also tomorrow we are going to see. And where exactly we can use Docker and Kubernetes, and what is the best advantage, and what are the microservices nowadays. Nowadays microservices are very popular, right? And for the sake of microservices, okay, we are going to create containers. What is a container actually? Okay, where exactly containers will come into picture. What is the best advantage of container when compared to virtual machine? Okay, so those interesting things we are going to learn tomorrow. Because time does not permit. Just we have only 3 minutes left. Okay, and from next week onwards, we are starting Docker and Kubernetes sessions for Azure DevOps students at morning 7 AM IST. Weekly 5 classes are there, Monday to Friday. Okay, Monday to Friday means for our India students, it is Tuesday to Saturday. Monday to Friday means it is for US students. For US students, it is Monday to Friday. But evening batches, it is Monday to Friday. All evening batches from Monday to Friday. All morning batches Tuesday to Saturday. For us, it is Tuesday. For them, it is Monday evening, right? There is a 12 hours difference between their time and our time. Different time zones are there in USA. Okay, so USA people will also comes with you. Okay, you will be joining with them.
Hello.
If we are
Yes.
starting late, so I want that the session should get end late also, because what the thing is we are not utilizing the whole 1 hour, right?
Actual sessions are 1 hour. Just this is a demo session. Today I have started 5:10. Is it right?
Yes.
Actual sessions will be started exactly 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, just for the sake of other students, some students will join at say 5:4, right? Just for the sake of students, I have started 5 minutes delay.
Hello. Sir, how many years of experience can we put after completing this course?
That depends on your caliber. Are you working now?
Yeah, at least minimum.
Are you working
Yes,
as
as a digital marketing executive.
digital marketing executive means you can put up 3 years experience.
Okay.
Okay, because digital marketing means it does not come under IT, right?
Right.
Okay, so that you can put up 3 years experience, and you can demand for 10 lakhs.
Okay.
Hello.
Sir,
Yeah.
will you be showing any real-time projects at the end of the course or something like that?
I told you, right, just now I explained for DevOps engineers, there are no projects. Okay, you are going to work on assignments. Okay, only for C, C++, .NET, Java application, there are real-time projects. Okay, if someone says it is a real-time project, it is non-real-time. Okay, don't believe that, don't trust their words. Because as an application DevOps engineer, okay, we will not care about code. Code can be 1 lakh lines, code can be 1,000 lines. Okay, our nature of doing the job is same. Okay, every time the code is submitted into version control system, from there it will come to build environment. Okay, so we are going to create like that. Okay, no real-time projects for DevOps course.
Hello.
We are going to create a project in Visual Studio, ASP.NET or VB.NET. That project I am going to show in every phase. Actually, code is not written by you, right? Code is written by your developers. We are not going to write any code. Our responsibility as a DevOps engineer is to create CI/CD pipelines and to provide infrastructure. That is our responsibility. We don't write any code.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I'm working as a Java developer. I am having 4 years of experience. So, sir, how the Azure will help in as a backend developer?
So since you are working as a Java developer,
Yeah.
okay, so you can put up 4 to 5 years of experience. And as a part of our course, we are going to take 2 projects, 2 types of projects. .NET, I'm going to take. Java also, I'm going to take. Okay, so I'm going to build 2 types of projects. For 2 types of projects, how to build the application. Okay, how to deploy the application. Everything I'm going to show.
Okay. Okay.
Here,
Yeah.
I don't think
Hello,
that, it is only for .NET application. I will also show Java projects.
Hello, sir. I'm working as an iOS developer. So, like my iOS developer, Apple
Yes.
developer,
Yes.
iOS application developer.
Yes.
So we don't have the things like creating pipeline and having artifacts and all these things, CI/CD. We just need to go to App Store and upload our builds, our archives. Will it add some values to my career to get some experience on these DevOps things?
Yeah, definitely. We are going to create everything. We are going to do it in an automated fashion, right? So you are going to get added advantage. So along with iOS, okay, if you are having Azure Devops, that will be added added advantage to you.
Okay, thank you. Because in my firm right now, the iOS thing works are like very less. Many of people are working on creating pipelines, creating the environment, and will it be feasible for me to convert myself to contribute to their activities?
Hmm. Your voice is breaking. Can you come again?
So it will be possible for me to contribute to their work, as many of our my colleagues are in the work of creating pipelines, availing the infrastructure for the other people. So I would be capable of doing those things, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, you are capable to provide infrastructure, and you are going to create CI/CD pipeline. Definitely, that is an added advantage to you. Okay, along with your other team members, you are going to contribute. That is a great added advantage to you, right?
Hello,
Yes,
sir.
thank you.
Yes.
Sir, may I know what is the difference between Azure and Azure Devops?
Azure?
Because Azure
Azure?
Cloud means it is contains VPC, subnets, all these things will
Yeah,
be there,
that
right?
comes under Azure admin. Okay.
Okay,
Azure
okay.
admin. So that means as a Azure admin, okay, we are going to create them from website. Okay.
Yes.
And Azure infrastructure can also be created from code and from commands.
Okay.
And whatever commands and whatever scripting they are going to write, okay, will be submitted to version control system. As a DevOps engineer, okay, so you are going to create build and release pipelines. Suppose ARM templates is there. Okay, in ARM templates, people from Azure admin, they are going to write some scripting to create virtual servers, virtual networks, storage, load balancer, etc.
Okay.
And whatever scripting is written by Azure admins, you are going to automate it.
Okay, there is no basic knowledge or something knowledge are not required for this course, right? I mean,
Definitely. Okay, no, I told you, right? No coding knowledge is required. No basic knowledge is required. Just it is enough to have Windows operating knowledge. That's all.
Okay. And comes on DevOps. Actually, DevOps contains, I mean, Docker, Kubernetes, all these things will be there, right, sir? So, I mean, is there any basic knowledge required for to understand Azure DevOps?
No.
I mean,
no basic knowledge is required for Docker, Kubernetes, and Azure DevOps.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Because we don't write any coding here. Okay, we are going to write small kind of Docker file instructions, like from instruction. Okay, they are in a simple way. You don't need to learn, don't need to know all those things.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Data science will be started.
Yeah, any other questions?
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Actually, I'm working as a front-end developer with 9.5 LPA already. But as a woman, I'm not able to spend much time on coding. So I'm trying to switch from coding to DevOps engineer. Okay. So in future, suppose I'm having now 3 years of experience in front-end development.
Which development?
Front-end Angular. I'm an Angular developer.
Okay.
Suppose after learning this course, if I want to move from this company to some other company, maybe that will be around 3.5 years of experience.
Yes.
In that case, how much I can expect salary? Like already I'm having 9.5, and earlier you mentioned like with 3 years of experience, you can get 11 lakhs package like that.
Yeah, you can expect double of that. You can expect up to 20 lakhs.
Oh, okay.
Because
for
already
3
you are
years
working, you know, you are having industry experience, right? Okay, so in that case, you can put up. Actually, you are experience is 3.5 years, right?
Now it's 3.3. After this course, it's maybe 3.5 like that.
Okay. And when did you complete your degree, BTech?
2012.
2012.
Yes.
2012 means you can put up 5 years experience. You can demand for 20 lakhs.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So guys, take your decision fast because in the next week we are going to start the Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, so if you delete this offer, okay, you will be losing Docker and Kubernetes sessions. You have to enroll first. Okay, anyhow, we are providing 2 to 3 sessions at free of cost. Okay, utilize this opportunity. We are providing 2 courses at 1 course fee cost.
All things are good, sir, except network.
Except
Network from your end.
I don't understand what is that?
Your internet get disconnect most of
Yeah, your
Okay,
voice
okay,
is not
okay,
audible.
okay, okay. Definitely, I will see that the connect. Actually, what happens? We have shifted our house. Okay, that is why internet is giving me some issues. I raised a complaint also. People will come definitely tomorrow, day after tomorrow. They will resolve this problem. Okay. I have raised a complaint also. People will come definitely. The problem is not forever. It is just a temporary problem.
Okay.
Sir, may I know the fee
recording will be
structure and how many
provided
months
to-
it will be complete?
Yeah, definitely recording is provided to you. Just go through the recording once or twice again. Okay,
Yeah.
if any questions, any queries are definitely you can ask in the next session.
Sure.
Please go through the recording once.
So to whom we have to tell this that we need recording of this session?
Okay, definitely they will be sending. Okay, in the front office, Bhavani is there. You can ask her to provide recordings. Bhavani. Okay, I am going to
Yeah.
provide her number also.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Bhavani 88-977-11-799. It is our number.
8897711799. Okay.
Okay, so she is in charge for this course. Okay, so you can ask Bhavani for recording session. Please don't mind. Okay, it is not my issue. Actually, it is my internet issue. Okay, I cannot do anything. Okay, within soon. That means within 1 or 2 days. Okay, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, the problem is solved. That is why I am repeating every topic 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah, sir, what is the price for this course?
Yeah,
basically?
regarding prices, you can contact, you can ask Bhavani. Okay, she is whole and soul. Okay, she will provide course contents. She will tell course fees information, duration. She will also provide recordings to you. Okay, so everything is managed by Bhavani.
Okay, okay, Bhavan is the right person. Okay.
Yeah, so you can call her by this number 88-977-11799. These are number.
Okay, sir.
So what are Jenkins?
Jenkins is equivalent to Azure Devops, right? Again, why the Jenkins? Jenkins also for creating CI/CD pipelines. The same thing we are doing with the Azure Devops. Jenkins is equivalent to Azure Devops.
Okay, both are same.
Yeah, both are same.
Okay.
Nowadays, without Jenkins and without Docker Kubernetes, without Azure DevOps, you cannot get the job. So when we speak about any DevOps course, okay, for any DevOps jobs, you need to have 3 tools, definitely. Okay, what are the 3 tools mandatory? Okay, just I'm writing here. CI/CD engine is mandatory. Okay, CI/CD means it can be Jenkins or Azure DevOps, whatever it may be. Okay, so I'm writing Jenkins is equivalent to Azure DevOps.
Okay, anyone is fine.
Anyone is fine. Along with container knowledge is also mandatory. Without this, you cannot get the job nowadays.
These three tools are most important for getting job as a DevOps engineer. And nowadays, Azure DevOps is having very wide future. Okay, so don't trust my word. Just go to Google and search for Azure DevOps jobs. Azure will not lie, right?
You said three tools.
Using
Those
three
are,
tools.
Jenkins or Azure
Jenkins
one?
or Azure DevOps.
That is one,
Yeah,
and another
Jenkins
one is
Jenkins. Yeah, Jenkins is equivalent to Azure DevOps.
second one is Dockers and Kubernetes.
Docker and Kubernetes.
Okay, third one.
These three are mandatory for getting job. Okay, third one you can give second priority to other tools like Ansible, Terraform. Okay, other tools also there, but you can give second priority to them. Okay, you have to give first preference to one CI/CD. You must have to know CI/CD engine. Okay, along with container technology. So tomorrow we are going to discuss Docker and Kubernetes clearly. Don't you worry about that.
Okay, Terraform is also like Jenkins, huh?
No, Terraform is different tool.
Okay.
Terraform is equivalent to Terraform, or when it comes to Azure admin, okay, we are going to write ARM templates. ARM templates, or in AWS we have a same technology, that is cloud formation. These three tools are same.
Okay.
So Docker and Containerd both are same or different?
Docker
And Containerd?
Containerd, and actually it is a component of Docker. Containerd is different. Okay, while discussing containers Docker, okay, I will explain what is Docker, because in this stage it is too early to explain Docker. Docker is one of the component of Docker.
Okay. Because the recent update of Kubernetes in that Docker has been obsoleted, I think so. They're supporting Containerd.
Yeah.
In 1.2.
Containerd is a new technology.
Yes, yes.
So ask for recordings to Bhavani. Okay, so we are going to meet again tomorrow at same time.
Sure.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.